man Nate, man. Shout out to Nate, bro.
What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sports Way with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. Fair warning. If you are a Caitlinclark apologist, if you are a Caitlinclark worshiper, I advise you to not watch this video. So enter at your own risk, because we're going to get to the nitty gritty today. This video here, obviously, I'm sure we are all up to speed about what happened Wednesday night with the Golden State Valkyries and the Indiana Fever. Salute to the Golden State Valkyries for that matter, because I believe they're now on a 7 or 8 game winning streak. And obviously it's been overshadowed because of the behavior of one player, and that player is Caitlinclark. We should be talking about how Golden State played amazing defense on Indiana. We should be talking about how Caitlin Chin, who balled lights out, okay? We should be talking about the defense of Gabby Williams and Veronica Burton, but unfortunately, their victory has been overshadowed because of Caitlinclark's behavior in that game, and now everybody is talking about it, rightfully so, because for me, there's a bigger picture amongst that, which I'm going to get into. Obviously, for those that watch the game, we all know the play that all of this took place, okay? Caitlinclark drove to the lane, and she got ghost fouled. You let her tell it that she got hit in the quad and all those things. But my whole thing is this, and for anybody that watched that game, there was a foul on that drive that she's talking about. I'll give her credit. She made the basket. She made the basket. It was a tough basket to make, but she made it. But pertaining to the whole, she got fouled, and you know, she sat at that presser after the game and said, "Oh, you can't miss that call," and yada yada yada. Listen, ref miss calls all the time. They miss calls all the time. But see, in this situation here, they can't miss something that didn't happen. There was a foul that took place, but it wasn't the foul that you think it was. This was the foul that took place. Now, if memory serves me correct, it looks like somebody is extending their arm to get space. Now, who is that person that's getting that space or trying to get that space? That would be Caitlinclark. Am I correct? The film don't lie. And the thing is with Caitlinclark is she does that a lot when she drives to the lane. She's real crafty with it, though, as far as, you know, trying to create space. to drive to the lane. So clearly the foul was on her, not Kia Stokes. And in the presser after the game, she did say that the referee told her that she made contact, which she initiated the contact, which, as you can see right here, that's exactly what she did. She made contact. But again, she had one of her infamous crash outs because a call didn't go her way. And I can't even count how many times she's had crash outs this year. I can't, like, what are we? We are in, what are we, about 20 games in? About 20 something games in? It's like damn near every game she plays in, she's having it out with the refs. And for some reason, no consequences have come her way. None whatsoever. No fines, no suspensions. And it leads me it led me to think. Like, I was at work yesterday and I was literally really trying to wrap my mind around this whole thing. And see, for me, this is just my opinion, and I'm almost certain there's people out there that are going to agree with me when I say this. I truly believe that these refs are scared of her. And I don't mean scared of her physically. I'm saying scared of her financially, because they don't want to be that ref to give her that infamous 8th technical foul, to where if you get an 8th technical foul, that is a automatic 1-game suspension. Because I think right now she has either 5 or 6 technical fouls. These refs don't want to be the one to give her that infamous tech to where she possibly would have to be suspended. Now, there's people out there commending the ref for keeping her composure and yada, yada, yada. That ref better than me, because I'd have gave that little heifer a technical foul. In fact, I would have did a 2-step doing it, because this is unacceptable. Now, I get it. There are other players that, have their spats with the refs. I've seen videos of Paige doing it, but Paige don't do it like this. Asia Wilson has a little disagreement with the ref, but not at this rate. This girl does this all the time. This time she does it when she's not in the game. She could be sitting on the bench in street clothes, having it out with the refs, and everybody thinks it's cute and everybody thinks it's okay. It's not okay. It's not, especially when you're constantly doing it. But listen, let's get to the root of why she's having these crash outs. The reason she's having these crash outs is because her game was horrible. Her game was horrible that night. So this just didn't come out the clear sky. It was because her game was horrible. She shot horrible from the field. She shot even worse from the 3. If memory serves me correct, this is just off the top of my head, I think she was 1 for 8 or 1 for 9 from the 3-point line. I think she made her only 3 in the 4th quarter. Other than that, she didn't make any 3s in this game. She shot horrible from the field. That's where the crash out came from. Because the one thing we know about Caitlin is she's going to keep licking up them 3s. And when they keep missing, and when they keep missing, and when they keep missing, she's going to have a crash out. She's going to have a crash out. And this was one of those games to why she had to crash out. Now, remember, this was somebody who was supposed to be the standard when it come to 3-pointers. That's what was told to us. She was the standard when it came to 3-pointers. When you thought 3-pointers, you think Caitlin Clark. Well, let me show you something. We are in the month of July, and that's her percentage from the 3-point line. Almost 16% from the 3 in the month of July. And this is the person that's supposed to be the standard when it comes to 3-pointers. Remember those logo 3s that everybody loves? That she loves shooting? Almost 16% from the 3-point line. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Now, I'm going to show y'all another one. These are the best 3-point shooters in the league right now. Marina Mabry, Salon from the Golden State Valkyries. Hell, even her teammate, Sophie Cunningham, is shooting a better percentage than her. Fee-Bitch from My Liberty, Kelsey Mitchell, her teammate. I don't know who that other person is, but I do know Jonquel Jones. Now, look where Caitlin is at. Tier 4. Tier 4 is 31+% from the 3-point line. Now, mind you, this is somebody that's supposed to be the standard. Her trademark is those 3-pointers. And look where she falls in the 4th tier. That's nasty work. That's pathetic if you ask me. This is where she make her bones at. And we know she's going to keep licking up them threes. And when she struggles, this is when the crash outs happen. Hell, she even crashes out even if she has a good game. But I want to dive into something much, much more serious. Much more serious. Because I had a conversation with a coworker yesterday. And shout out to my coworker, Amanda. She's a colleague of mine. Because, she, watches my show here and there. And she was asking me, she was like, Dre, like, you don't not even a little bit feel bad for Caitlin Clark? I said, hell no. I don't feel bad for her at all. And the reason I don't feel bad for her is because her behavior, this is not something that this is not off. She's been doing this since she's been in college. Bitching at the refs, whining at the refs, flopping, complaining. She's been doing all of this since college. In a recent video a while ago, like there's a video that's going around now that shows her own father telling her, shut up. Like she was upset about a call. Her father was in the stands. Now, mind you, the game was a blowout. I think this is when March Madness was going on. He's complaining about a call, and the father is literally like, shut up. I wish I could find the video, but I ain't got time to be searching for it. But yeah, she's been doing this since college. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. So me personally, I don't feel bad. And the reason I don't feel bad is because Caitlin Clark knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. And in the words of the late, great Paul Mooney, she has the complexion for the protection for the collection. What that means is that her skin protects her. She can do this and get away with it, and nobody will bat an eye. Nobody. Now think about this. When that crap happened with Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin Clark, everybody and their mother talked about it. Everybody. Colin Cowherd, Boomer Esiason, Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. I'm talking about everybody that's supposedly higher up in sports media, right? Nobody is talking about this. Nobody. Not one person is speaking about her constant behavior on the court. Unless you're a low level YouTuber like myself, none of them fools is talking about it. None of them. It's like all of a sudden they ain't got nothing to say now. Could you imagine what would be said if this was Angel Reese acting like this? Could you imagine what they would say if Angel was behaving in this way? I know what they would say, and it wouldn't be pleasant. It would not be pleasant in any way, shape, or form. So me personally, no, I don't feel bad for her because she knows what she's doing. This is not a mistake. She's not a baby. She's a grown-ass woman. Yeah, 24 years old. That's a grown woman. She knows what she's doing. There's no other player in the league acting this way. And before y'all go out there and say, oh, you're being racist. Paige is white and she ain't acting like this. Paige has been hit hard a couple of times. And guess what she does? She gets up and she goes back to play. She's not huffing and puffing at refs. She's not doing none of that. In fact, it ain't that many players that's doing that. They all just get up and they go back to playing ball. But for some reason, this girl feels the need to constantly have these crash outs. Now, I used to call Marina Mabrey the crash out queen. I can't call her that no more. That name clearly belongs to Caitlin Clark at this point. Like she got that name now. I can't even call Marina Mabrey the crash out queen no more. But no, I don't feel bad for her. No, not even the slightest. Call me a hater all you want. I don't feel bad for her because, again, she knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she is doing. And can't nobody tell me otherwise. Now, think about this. This is where all of this started. This moment right here is what started this whole victim mentality with her. This right here. This is what started it. In 2023, LSU defeated Iowa in the national title game. You see Caitlin Clark in her Iowa uniform, and you see Angel Reese in her LSU uniform. This is where this whole thing started. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, former First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden. I'm going to call her by her actual moniker because she's a doctor. After LSU beat Iowa in that national title game, he wanted to invite both teams to the White House. Now, if memory serves me correct, I've been watching sports for about 35 years. I've never heard of a runner-up being invited to the White House. Never. I'm a Yankee fan. We won 5 World Series. The Atlanta Braves never went to that White House after losing. The San Diego Padres never went to that White House after losing. The Mets never went to that White House after losing. The Philadelphia Phillies never went to that White House after losing. So why did she feel the need to try to invite a runner-up to the White House? I'll tell you why. Because that team was predominantly white. I think they might have had 1 or 2 black girls on the team. I know Hannah Stokey is on there, and I think she's biracial, if I'm not mistaken. And then LSU was nothing but African Americans. They probably might have had 2 white girls on their team, and then obviously their head coach is Kim Mulkey. And she received a lot of flack for doing that. She received a lot of flack for even thinking of that idea. But yeah, this is where this whole thing started. This whole Caitlin Clark is a victim because this is how they treat her. They treat her like she's a saint. They treat her like she's God. Like a few weeks ago, I did a video, and I wasn't even trying to be funny. I was dead serious when I said this. Her worshipers treat her like she's God. Like, I'm almost certain they woke up this morning and they didn't praise God. They praised Caitlin Clark. They praised Caitlin Clark for waking them up in the morning. They praised her at night before they went to bed. This is how they act because they're constantly defending her behavior. They defend the crash outs. When the evidence is right there in your face, they will literally sit there and try to find every excuse in the book to defend her. And this is why she is the way she is, because nobody is holding her accountable. How do you expect this girl to grow up when she's constantly being coddled, when she's constantly being pampered? Nobody is pulling her to the side and say, yo, chill. Like, yo, you doing too much. You're doing too much. Now, I get it. There's sometimes where a teammate may come to her and try to move her away. But they shouldn't even be having to do that. This is a grown-ass woman. Yeah, in WNBA sense, she's a baby because it's her 3rd year. But, hell, we got rookies in the league that's more mature than her. Make it make sense. But, yeah, she's the way she is because nobody checks her. She is an enabler. And at this point, She's a spoiled brat. And me personally, I believe she's always been a spoiled brat. I think that shit dates back to home. We got like her behavior right now. We got to look at the parents. Now, again, I just said just a few minutes ago that the father told her to shut up about complaining with the refs. But all this dates back to home. Nobody checked her. Nobody checked her. Obviously, nobody checked her in college because that same behavior that we're seeing now, we were seeing that shit in college. Same shit, different toilet paper, that's all. But as you can see in the thumbnail, I have Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver disguised as clowns. And they're clownish behavior right now. Very much. And see, for me, the reason I said earlier that this is deeper than basketball, this is what I honestly feel. I honestly believe that Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver are in cahoots as it pertains to Caitlin-Clark. They are doing everything in their power to protect her and only her. They don't care about none of these other players in the league. Their only focus is Caitlin-Clark. Now, remember, the whole thing with Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin-Clark, Alyssa Thomas wasn't going to get suspended. Kathy Engelbert had no desire to suspend Alyssa Thomas. But the reason she suspended her was because Adam Silver intervened and made her suspend her. Now, mind you, we all saw the play. It wasn't that deep. It wasn't that serious. They making it seem like Alyssa Thomas damn near killed Caitlin-Clark the way the outcry happened. Like, it wasn't that deep, bro. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't. The girl got back up and went back to playing basketball. Like, come on, y'all acting like the girl walked out on a stretcher or something. Like, come on, what are we doing here? But yeah, I truly believe that Kathy Engelbert and Adam Silver are doing everything in their power to try to get this girl her first championship. Because you gotta think about it like this. They have tried to promote this girl as the face of the league. We all know that's a lie. I don't care about how much viewership she's brought to the league. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of these records that she broke. That shit is empty calories to me. You're doing all this record breaking and you're not winning nothing. And as far as selling out arenas, that's the next thing that everybody keeps talking about. Let me show y'all something real quick. Look at those numbers. That's the Indiana Fever. That's the Indiana Fever home sellouts by season. Her rookie year, 16 out of 20 of their home games, they sold out. That's 80%. Last year, what was that? 8 out of 20, 40%. Now remember, she only played 13 games last year, right? But look at those numbers this year. Look at those numbers this year. %15. They've had 13 home games, and only 2 of them they've sold out. Did it ever occur to people that maybe the fans in Indiana are fed up with her behavior? They're fed up with the crashouts? I'm going to play something right now that I found very funny. Like, this shit is hella funny. I ain't even going to hold you. I'm going to play the video right now. I can find it. I'm going to play this video right now because this shit is hella funny. I ain't even going to hold you. I ain't gonna hold. I ain't gonna hold you. The snapping of the soda can one, that might be my favorite one out of all of them. But just think, she's now become a laughing stock on social media. That right there is bad. And there's only one way she could fix it. Toughen up. Because right now, again, as you see in the title, I said, thank you, WNBA, for exposing Caitlin-Clark. Do y'all remember when the Indiana Fever was rewarded all of their games to be nationally televised? And there was so many people that was in the outcry about that. They like, oh, wow, all their games nationally televised. The Aces was the champs. Why they don't got that many? I understood why Indiana got what they got. Because Caitlin-Clark is the most popular player in the league. Listen, we're going to give her that. Like, she's the most popular player in the league. Hook or crook, she's the most popular player in the league. So we knew Indiana was going to get the most televised games. But see, this is where the WNBA made their mistake. Because now everybody in real time is getting a glimpse of what Caitlin-Clark really is. And that is an entitled, toxic, spoiled brat. That's what she is. She can't handle the physicality of the WNBA, which is something Diana Taurasi stated in that Final Four when her and Sue Bird was hosting that show. And everybody called her a hater. Well, guess what? Diana Taurasi was right on time with it. Because in her third year, she clearly can't handle the physicality. I do believe she's mentally shot. But guess what? I think all of the WNBA players are mentally shot, especially when you have racist fans sending you DMs constantly. So I'm almost certain they're mentally shot too. She ain't the only one. Now, I'm going to say something now that's going to ruffle some feathers, but y'all know me. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. But I'm going to use a word that could somehow be the case in this situation. Let's be real, shall we? With Caitlin-Clark's constant crash outs and her behavior on the court, whether it's to coaches, whether it's to referees, obviously, is it safe to say that Caitlin-Clark is a thug? Is it safe to say that she's a thug? Because I know if this was somebody else, shit, I can only imagine what y'all be saying. In fact, this is what I think should happen. I think everybody, and I mean everybody, I think everybody owes Angel Reese an apology. Yep, that's right. I'm caping for Angel Reese. I'm caping for my niece. Y'all owe her an apology. Because that villain that y'all thought Angel Reese was, no, she wasn't the villain at all. She wasn't the thug at all. The thug all along is Caitlin-Clark. And she's using her complexion to get it out. And Adam Silver and Kathy Engelbert are in cahoots with her. I'm telling you, they're doing everything in their power to try to get this girl her first championship. And they're going to keep trying to do it, which is why no consequences have come her way because of her behavior. Because one would think she's doing this so much, yo, you got to get a fine. You got to get a suspension. She hasn't gotten anything. Nothing. Granted, she has 5 technical fouls already, but with her behavior, she should have been had a 1-game suspension. Been had a game suspension. But like I said earlier, I believe the refs have been put on notice. Do not give her a technical foul. Do not give her one. And that's just my honest to God belief. And I'm almost certain there's people out there that agree with me. But see, this is the sad part about this whole thing. There's so much beautiful basketball going on in the WNBA. So much. Like our MVP race is on fire right now. You can make a case that listen, my top three for the MVP race is A'ja Wilson, Paige Beckers, Olivia Miles. Just think about that. A'ja, Paige, Olivia. 2 out of the 3 that's in the MVP conversation is either a rookie or a second-year player. That should be celebrated. That should be talked about. But unfortunately, the thing that everybody is talking about, including myself, the main thing we got to talk about is this. Like, it's so much great WNBA stuff going on. So much. I just talked about Golden State earlier, an expansion team. And yes, they made the playoffs last year, the first expansion team to ever do that. But they're picking up right where they left off last year. The Golden State Valkyries are a legit threat to win the WNBA championship. Legit threat. That defense is amazing. Natalie DeCasse is in the hunt for Coach of the Year again. She's in the hunt. She's not my Coach of the Year right now. In fact, probably, what is it? All-Star Weekend is next week. Probably next week, I'll give out my mid-season awards. But she's definitely in the conversation for Coach of the Year. Gabby Williams is in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Like, it's so much great basketball to spread around in the WNBA. But all of it is getting overshadowed because of Caitlin-Clark's behavior. But yet, her worshipers, they're going to find a way to defend her behavior. She's not wrong at all. And this is the problem. And this is the problem that she's going to continue to have because nobody is holding her accountable. Nobody. They constantly just, they kiss her feet. They bow down and kiss her ringless fingers. This is what they're doing. And it's not healthy for her at all. And then you got these Sambo cornball ass niggas that's constantly caping for her. Yo, she's not going to let y'all smash. She's not going to give y'all the time of the day. So the way that y'all, like the way some of y'all go hard caping for her, it's like, yo, y'all doing this for nothing. Like, she's not going to go on out. She's not going to go on a date with you. She ain't even interested in you. You are not her type. And it's a lot of you Sambo ass niggas that be caping mad hard for her. That shit is comedy to me. But guess what? I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to say this again. I never said that the girl was a scrub. I said she was average. And obviously, the way she's been playing, I've been right. I don't care about those numbers about her being in the top 5 in scoring and the top 2 in assists. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I know what I see when I watch these games. And guess what? Everybody else can see it too because all of these games is nationally televised. Her game is average and her behavior is childish. Very childish. She's like that little girl that throws a fit every time something doesn't go her way. But somehow, some way, it's going to be twisted as, oh, that's passion. That's passion. No, that's childish. Very childish. And she need to grow up. Real fast. Real fast. Again, nobody said that she was a scrub. Nobody said that. There's just a bunch of people out there that agree with me that she's not the face of the league. Obviously, we know that. So I wish people would stop saying that. She's not the face of the league. That would be A'ja Wilson. She's not a top 10 player. I said that as well. And listen, I'm sure when this drops, there's going to be some people out there that say, oh, you're a hater and you're a racist. Y'all need to stop with that racist shit. Please, y'all need to stop because it's becoming annoying at this point. It's becoming annoying at this point. Love Paige. Love Stewie. Love Sabrina. Love Marina. Pauline Astier. Marina Johannes. Phoebich. Carla. Late. Sarah Ashley Barker. Megan. There's so many white girls in the W that I like. There's so many. And don't let me get into the legends. DT. Sue Bird. Elena Deladon. Lauren Jackson. Lindsay Whalen. Katie Smith. Katie Douglas. A former Indiana Fever great. These are all white girls that I love. It's because I don't love your CaitlinClark. It's because I don't love your God that y'all like to throw that racist word around. My mother had a famous saying when I was younger: tough titty. So for y'all, tough titty. But it's a wrap for this. I don't want to be on this anymore. I was trying to do this within the half-hour range, and obviously I went over that. But thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Also hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sportsway with Dre podcast. Oh, yeah, before I go, I got to say, fuck Adam Silver. I forgot. He actually said some nasty work at, he was at some boardroom thing, and he said something that was very, very nasty work. Very, very nasty work. She has become a bit of a political football in this country, and I think it's incredibly unfair to her. I don't think that issue is ultimately about officiating. It's become political ping pong with her. Well, guess what? Didn't some Congress people about 2 weeks ago or so, wasn't it about 11 people that's in politics, try to ingratiate their way into the WNBA, complaining about, the assault on CaitlinClark, and she's been treated unfairly. Like I said earlier, how about these other players that's being treated unfairly? To hell with them, though, right? Nah, to hell with them. It's all about CaitlinClark. That's all it's about is CaitlinClark. It's her, and that's it. But see, again, we know the play. We know. So my advice to all the teams in the WNBA, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. My advice to all the WNBA teams: if you think the officiating is bad now, and again, there's plenty of fans out there, we have been critical of these refs, justifiably as well. If you think the officiating is bad now, just wait till when the playoffs come. It's gonna be even worse. And trust me, it's gonna be worse, but it's gonna favor Indiana. Because again, the play is there. We know what the jig is. They're going to do everything they can to get this girl her first championship. I'm trying to tell y'all. So for all of those teams that make the playoffs, because only 8 teams make it. So all of those other 7 teams, whoever they are, if you play Indiana, it don't matter what round it is. If you play Indiana, you better beat them convincingly. You got to treat it like a boxing match. When you go into a boxing match and you're the challenger, you do not leave it to the judges. Because if you leave it to the judges, they're going to screw you over. So you're going to have to beat Indiana very convincingly. You're going to have to hope Kelsey Mitchell has a bad game. You're going to have to hope Aaliyah Boston has a bad game. You're going to have to hope Caitlin has a horrible game. Because if that game is close, you're going to get screwed. So this is a heads up to all of those teams. They're going to try everything in their power to get that girl her first championship. because they know the pressure is on her. We've crowned her the face of the league. We've glazed her so much. We got to get this girl her first championship. And so far in her third year, it ain't looking too good. So all that glazing and all these commentators that constantly glaze her, all these people in the media that's constantly glazing her, all that shit is coming back to bite them in their ass. Trust me, they're not too happy about that. They're not. And now that her game is being exposed, they definitely ain't happy about it. So trust me, they're going to do everything in their power to get her to get that championship. I'm telling y'all now. So you're hearing it from me now. And again, I'm almost certain there's people out there that agree with me. But I have a platform, so I have to say it. I got to keep it real. But again, I'm off this. Thank y'all for your support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. It's right there on the bottom of the screen. Hit that notification bell so that way once a video is uploaded, you will get a notification letting you know I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, tell a friend, all that good stuff. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a safe and blessed weekend. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.